3 days after Catalan President Carles Puigdemont was sacked by Madrid, the Spanish central government claimed it had received vast support from the citizens regarding its takeover of the separatist region. Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy on Friday dismissed Catalan Regional Parliament by invoking Article 155, a constitutional provision that imposed direct rule. The control over the region has now been handed to Deputy Prime Minister Soraya Sáenz. Meanwhile, dismissed Catalonia President Puigdemont is in Brussels and is expected to hold a press conference later today. Some say Puigdemont visiting Brussels is an attempt to internalize the controversial independence declaration issue. Earlier, there were reports that Puigdemont may seek asylum in Belgium after he was removed as the Catalan president. On Tuesday, the pro-independence Catalan Democratic Party has decided to take part in the December 21st regional election.
Como partido, pues nosotros nos posicionamos a favor de concurrir en estas elecciones. Señor Rajoy, nos vamos a encontrar en las urnas. Los demócratas catalanes nos encontraremos en las urnas y vamos a oponernos de todas a este intento de lapidación, de desaparición de las instituciones catalanas.
Meanwhile, a small group of people held protests outside the Spanish embassy in Argentina in favor of Catalonia. The protesters waved Catalan flags and banners reading "Free Catalonia."
Queremos expresar todo nuestro apoyo al pueblo catalán en su decisión de independizarse de España, de independizarse del rey, de romper con toda la constitución que generó el franquismo y toda la muerte que fue eso y la opresión.
Let's go straight across to WION senior foreign editor Padma Rao joining us for more on this. Padma, contextualize for our viewers what we really see happening with reference to the Catalonia independence movement. Carles Puigdemont is in Brussels. In fact, Belgium had already indicated that it will provide political asylum to Carles Puigdemont.
It's what the Spanish dailies are calling a tragic comedy. Carles Puigdemont, just days after he was, practically ousted by Spain, by the government in Spain, took a car, drove all the way north to the French town of Marseille. And from Marseille, he continued across the border to Belgium and arrived in Brussels. He contacted a lawyer who is said to be his representative. And the lawyer has not confirmed that Mr. Puigdemont has applied for asylum. But there are unconfirmed reports in the Central European media that the Secretary of Asylum and Immigration, the Belgian Secretary, is reported to have offered Mr. Puigdemont, refuge in his country. Now, don't forget, this secretary is also a member of Belgium's own right-wing Flemish Nationalist Party. But the Prime Minister of Belgium is again reported to have said, no, we cannot offer him refuge. Now, Molly, you have to understand this in the context. Brussels is the capital of the European Union as well as the capital of Belgium. And the European Union has made it very clear that it is not going to support the Catalan independence movement. So if Belgium were to offer asylum, and frankly that is unheard of within the European Union, because while they're all united about offering asylum to those who seek it from the outside of the European Union, as they consider each other safe countries to offer asylum, they're certainly not looking at each other as dangerous countries to offer each other's citizens asylum. So if Belgium does do this, then Belgium is going to be going against its own membership regulations within the European Union, and it's also likely to really rub up its European Union fellow member state Spain the wrong way, whose public prosecutor has made it very clear that he wants Mr. Carles Puigdemont tried for dissent. So far the word treason has not been used, and the prison sentence for that is 15 to 30 years. And the prosecutor, Spain's highest court, has to still accept or reject the petition filed by the public prosecutor. But if he is, they are demanding that he be hauled before the court and immediately, and if not, he be arrested. So we're seeing very interesting times, very tumultuous times, and certainly slightly comical times in Central Europe.
Absolutely, Padma. I also want to ask you how challenging will it be now that Article 155 has been invoked, which means direct control for Madrid over Catalonia. How challenging is it going to be for the Deputy Prime Minister there to take a stock of the situation? It's also important to highlight here that it's not a majority which had from the very beginning supported independence for Catalonia.
Absolutely. You said, you pointed it out correctly. It was only 41.5% of the total voting, public of Catalonia who actually turned out to vote in Mr. Puigdemont referendum for separation. So where was the remaining, 49% or 48.5%? They did not vote. And those are the people who have been quietly taking to the streets over the last few weekends to demonstrate their support for remaining with Spain and remaining within the European Union. And to come back to your question as to how it's now going to play out now that Madrid has taken over control of the Catalan region, we saw it play itself out yesterday and the day before. It was business as usual. People, were expecting public servants to strike or to refuse to go to work. That didn't happen. Everyone went to work, and things were it was business as usual. Let's not forget, Molly, that Catalonia is the richest province of Spain, and this is a province in a region that means business, and the city of Barcelona, the capital, it certainly does. And ever since businesses started exiting Catalonia because of the unrest or threatening to exit, I beg your pardon, I think the Catalans, more than anyone else in Spain, would be the first to see business sense and to just carry on with their routines and with life so as not to miss a beat.
All right, we're going to leave it there for the moment, Padma. I appreciate you joining us with all of those perspectives.